Hi everyone, I just wanted to share with you a look that I did this weekend. All of the things used will be in a blog post, which is down below. Yeah, it's really simple, it's very work friendly, it's glamorous, very pretty. It's generally my go-to look if I ever need something really neutral, really quick, easy, just whatever you can use for it. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope to see you guys again. Thanks for watching. Here we go. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is use Too Faced Shadow Insurance all over the lid and on the underside here. Then I'm going to use MAC's Paint Pot and Painterly. It's a really good nude matte cream base. I use a 217 and I just paint it right on. And if you happen to pick up too much, that's okay. I know it looks like a lot in the camera, but it's not too bad. I just take my middle and ring fingers and just smooth it out a little bit. This just makes everything sticky so that when I use the eyeshadow it'll adhere to it. Hence the sticky. For this, I'm going to be using this quad that I made myself. Use this paddle brush. The numbers are rubbed off on it, but for those of you who have MAC brushes, you know what this is. So I think it's a 253. Get a little bit on the brush, tap away extra, and I just like to pat it right onto the eyelid. I like to go a little bit beyond the crease, because when we start blending, having that extra insurance of color is going to be really helpful. And this is a Fairy Light pressed pigment. I pressed all of these myself. After that, I'm going to use the 226. This is the old version. And then this one. This is Cocoa. It's really nice toffee brown. And it doesn't add much color to what's going on, but it does add a little bit of dimension, which is exactly what I'm going for. And it's going to give our last color a lot more to work with in terms of blending. Because if you can see over here, like there's still a line, but it's pretty well faded out. Then I'm going to take the darkest in this quad. This is Bloodline pigment. And then I'm just going to do a little bit of a line here, almost like I'm going to wing it out like cat liner. It kind of does that. And then I just follow it into the crease. And I'm being really literal when I say crease. I mean literally, if I put the point here, it's right in the fold. So I just kind of shade in just a little bit, the darkest being in the outer corner. And right now, that looks kind of harsh. So what I am going to do is take my favorite blending brush. This is a Sonia Kashuk tapered blending brush, and I'm just gonna go right over it. And because we have the shadows where we place them, which was a little bit above the crease, when you use this, it's going to fade everything out a little bit easier than had we just had just the paint pot, because it would be too sticky and then you'd get pulling and mess. We don't want mess. Okay, so there we go. Pretty good. And what I like to do is take whatever is left over on this part of the brush from Bloodline and just run it right underneath my lash line. And then I use my ring finger and just blend it out. Really easy. And then for highlight, I kind of went back and forth. I used the lightest color here. This is Pink Opal Pigment, which I use for everything. It's probably one of the most versatile pigments that I have. And this is the 226. This is like one of the best brushes I own. I just take a little bit, like that's even too much, tap off the extra, and I just press this right under the height of my brow bone. Just like that. Now for everybody's favorite part is eyeliner. I use the MAC 263 brush, and I use Blackjack Fluid Line. Alright, so I just dip my brush into the Blackjack and then just kind of make sure that I've got a really good fine point. And then I just gently tug with my fingers. And I don't use a zoomed in mirror for this. Now, liner is definitely a preference. I like mine a little bit thicker than most people, but it's really what works for you. And then I go from the corner of my eye for the wing, and just in really short strokes, just kind of take it out to a point. I line my waterline with the Blackjack as well, and it's more of a straight on the lower lash line. This thing is mascara. Now, I've been using this MAC Hot and Naughty Lash. I love it because it's like having two mascaras in one. I use the pink side kind of as a primer, and then you have to screw it back in, and then you unscrew it from the purple side. Okay. Alright, time for cheeks. Today for contouring, I'm just going to use this blush. It's really, really dark, but it's really beautiful. It's called X Rocks. Then I take my favorite 168 brush. It's just an angled goat hair brush. And I'm just going to contour. And next, for blush today, I'm going to be using NARS Deep Throat. So, one of my favorite blushes ever. Love it. Works really good for most skin tone. This is a MAC 116. Put on the apples of my cheeks, blend it back. And then, for a highlighter, this is the MAC Lightscapade. I just gently swirl it around, tap off the extra, and go right under my eyes and the cheekbones. My go-to lip liner is MAC Pink Treat. This is the 318 OCC's Lip Tar in Memento. And you only need a little bit. And then you can leave it like this. I like to use a gloss because this is a little bit too bright, I think, for me. It comes out pretty nice on camera, but in real life it's kind of like... So then I just take, this is Rich and Ripe, on the back of my hand like this. Look at all that. And then I just pop that gloss on there. And there is the finished look. Feel free to rate, comment, subscribe. All the information is in the box below. Shoot me a message if you have any questions, and I hope you have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.